I'm zooming in.
It's a small cage.
Yeah, he or she can't even lay down in this freaking cage. Everybody, Amy here with 100 Plus Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida. I need all of you right now, please, to make a phone call to the Fort Lauderdale Police Department with the address that I have posted on this post. I'm sorry, I'm trying to zoom in and get you. It's really hard. I can't put the address in it. Zoe, did you get the address? 4171. It's in the video. Do you guys see it in the title? It's 91 plus degrees. It feels like 107. Dog is locked inside this crate. It's too small. In the heat, under a carport, 24/7. We are on the neighbor's yard in the backyard with permission. It's the only way. We have tried on several different places to get access, and this was the only access we could get. So I am in like a jungle back here. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to stay steady here. Huh? It's on the video, the address. Are you seeing the address? I need to know. Do you see the address? Somebody post the address in all the comments. I need everybody to start calling and calling the police and telling them that you need an immediate a sergeant or a police officer out here now. I don't know where the owners are, but I am not going to go knocking on doors. I'm going to do it through the officials. Okay, can somebody please take that address? It's not 5171.
4171.
It's 4171, Jan. Please put the right address. Is it 4171?
I have 4171. It says on your thing.
It's 4171. Somebody please post
11th Ave.
Northwest 11th Ave, Fort Lauderdale. 4171 Northwest 11th Ave, Fort Lauderdale. Do you see the phone number for the Fort Lauderdale Police Department? Trying to get, it's really, really hard here. First of all, it's sunny, it's a mess. I'm like leaning over this fence with branches and trying to get a good view. Kim, please stop with the comments of take the crate and the dog. You cannot trespass on somebody's property and steal an animal, okay? So please, if you can't offer information, educated information, please don't post comments of telling us to steal dogs and going on people's property illegally, okay? Thank you. What's the phone number again, Zoe? Post it in the what is it?
Your phone number is 954.
954 828 5700, is that correct?
954-828-5700.
954-828-5700 at 4171 Northwest 11th Ave. I need everybody to call. I don't know what kind of dog it is. I don't really care what kind of dog it is. I don't care. I just know that this dog is in dire need, locked in a crate, outside a small crate, 24/7 in the heat. It's panting. And we are told by the neighbors that it is out here 24/7. They do say they see it run around occasionally in the backyard.
But it barks.
Again, I need everybody to please call the police and tell them that rescue is on scene and we need an officer now at the address. 4171. Address is there. Phone number is 828-5700. 954-828-5700. 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 954-828-5700. I need you to call now. I need assistance out here. This dog cannot stay out here. This is animal cruelty. It goes against the law and the statutes of an animal being crated outside in these high temperatures with no cooling system, no ventilation. There is no cooling. That is what it says in the statute. There is no cooling for this dog. This dog is panting. I can't get close enough to see if there's any water or food. Call, please, everybody, now. Keep posting the address and the phone number, please, for everybody that's watching. (4171) Northwest 11th Ave, Fort Lauderdale. 954-828-5700. Fucking trees, man. Trying to get in closer here. I can't see. It's so sunny. I don't even know what I'm showing you.
I can't even get pictures because
It's so sunny. 954-828-5700. Yes, it's Broward, Fort Lauderdale. It is 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue. They're on their way? Okay. Guys, I'm going to go in the car. We're going to tell the girls we're going to need access over here again. They were kind enough to let us on the property. We can go this way. We are on the neighbor's property. They let us on the property. God. You have my keys?
Yes.
Thank you. I feel like I'm in a sauna. I can't even breathe. Even the AC doesn't kick on in the car quick enough.
Want me to tell the girls?
Yeah, just tell them that we're going to the house. We'll be back. We might need access again. My car's not starting? Seriously? Oh, I need the key. Fuck me. Zoe, I need the key to start the car. Sorry. Oh, God, Zoe, come on. My car's not starting. Because it wasn't in the car.
Right.
I'm like dying here thinking I'm... Okay, my temperature is at 93 right now.
Yep.
Okay. So they're going to be going to the address that we called on. We're in the neighbor's yard, so I'm going to turn around here. Guys, stay with me. 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And the phone number is 954-828-5700. I need everybody to keep calling because I'm not leaving here until we get assistance from the officer. That dog could be dead within, who knows. I don't know the condition. I just know that it is against the law. No animal should ever be... I can't even leave our dogs at the rescue house out unattended. They're panting and dying to get in the house. Can you imagine being locked in a small crate in a backyard for all day and night in this frickin' 93-degree temperatures? So, where's the front? Right there. I am going to be parking across the street, and I'm going to wait until something happens, and I'm going to flip it because this is the front of the house of where the dog is being kept. In the backyard that I just showed you. I was on the neighbor's backyard property where they gave us permission to walk on their property and video. As you can see, this greenhouse is the person that owns the dog, which is 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale. There is a car in the driveway with a flat tire, and there is a completely fenced in, which is where the dog is being kept. Let me just zoom behind this car. That white fence and the green, the dog is behind there under like a carport, so there's no access for us to see.
We went knocking on doors.
We went knocking on the doors of the neighbors, and Unfortunately, the neighbor next door wasn't home. The neighbor on the other side couldn't see from the yard. The other side of the neighbor, no access because it's on the opposite side. And that's when we decided to drive around the street and go to the house in the back of this house where the dog is being kept in a small crate. A small crate, okay? Like I said, it is 93 degrees right now. This is the house that we need immediate assistance from the Fort Lauderdale Police Department at 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue. I need everybody to pick up the phone and keep calling. It's 303 right now. I don't know how long this video has been going since the first phone call has been made to the police for assistance. First available officer will be on their way. This is Fort Lauderdale Police. This is not Lauderhill. This is Fort Lauderdale. Let's hope that we get an officer that knows the law and an officer that will do something and follow the law as the Sunrise Police Department did with McCarthy. So apparently, since we had the cruelty cases, while I'm sitting here, since we had the 2 cruelty cases with Puppy Freedom, and we got that dog removed, and we had the dog and we got it taken care of, and it's in the most amazing home. It's getting neutered today.
Yep.
Actually, he's living the life of a dream.
Rock
star. And then you remember the one in Lauderhill that we got nowhere, and we still have not received a follow-up or any records, even after a public records request, still have not received any information from Lauderhill PD. To me, they're an embarrassment, and I am disgusted. So apparently, with all these cruelty cases that we have been getting and bringing awareness to the community, I guess everybody that sees something is saying something and reaching out to our organization for assistance. So we are more than happy to take this journey and try to make a change here, whether it's, with the law and the officials, educating the community, basically letting people know that you can't do this. You can't get away with treating animals in this manner. You cannot lock animals in cages. You cannot leave dogs outside. Like I said, there are laws and statutes. You can't tether animals. So
Shelley said she called.
many calls are coming in, they said. Okay. What else is she's, hold on. Patricia Lopez, why don't you take yourself off our page? Because I don't have time for your shit, okay? Instead of filming it, why don't you help the dog? You know what? I'm going to actually do it for you. Bye, Patricia.
New text message from +1 85791.
So Patricia's on here telling me what to do, that I should basically go and steal the dog. I'm not going to have people dictating to me. We are a 501c3 organization, and everything we do is by law. And we go through the proper channels. We cannot walk on properties and trespass because we could be shot and they will be in the right. Do you understand that? And you cannot steal an animal, because stealing an animal, animals are property. So I'm not going to wind up and end up in jail. That is not going to happen. I have too many animals that are depending on me. I run this organization, almost 4,000 lives saved, and I'm certainly not going to put my organization and all the lives that I have under my care in jeopardy, along with my personal animals at home and my wife and my family. So for you, Patricia, bye-bye, Felicia. Everybody else on here, I'm sorry if I'm sarcastic. I don't mean to sound that way, but I'm done. I'm done. Anybody, again, that can continue to watch this video, as soon as we get assistance, it's 307. As soon as we get assistance, we will let you know. We will keep you with us. And hopefully that the police officer will do the right thing. Again, it is 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale. And the phone number is 954-828-5700. I'm going to tell you something. I have a really hard time with remembering numbers and addresses.
Yeah.
Right? You noticed that about me, because when my adrenaline is going...
Oh, here they come.
Is it the cops?
Yes.
Okay, we have a police officer. We have 2 police officers. Bear with us, guys. We're going to see what happens here right now. Stay with us. Stay with us.
New text message from +19543193279.
Right, you hold it
Yep.
while I'm talking so it's not like
Yeah.
me all over.
Hi.
We're the ones that called it in. I'm sorry? We're an animal rescue, and so we get calls all the time. Apparently, well not apparently, but we got a call about a dog that's locked in a crate and it's outside 24/7. It's illegal. It's against the law. So there's no access for me to see the dog from here. The neighbors let me on their property. Can't see it from either side. Had to go on the back property behind it. They let me on the property. I have it on video. The dog is locked in a small cage and it's under some sort of a carport and it's illegal to do so. So I didn't knock on the owner's door. I'm gonna, I guess, leave that up to you guys. Now let's see what they do. We have 4 officers. 4 police officers from Fort Lauderdale. The dog is behind that gate right there, behind that car in the crate. That's the house, but it's behind that gate. It's even worse if you left the dog there. Well, I hope they know that they're allowed to go on property if the dog is in distress. They can remove the dog. They can't leave a dog in distress if nobody answers. Guys, this is the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. Apparently nobody is home. They're looking behind the gate. Love it. They're going on the property, I think.
Oh, look.
I think they're going on the property.
He just went beyond the gate.
Who did?
The officer over
Did
here.
he really?
Yes, he did.
Cool. And they're both going on the property.
Yeah.
Charging stopped. Why? What's happening?
They came
well,
out
that's-
fast. Want to take mine out?
Nope, you're good. I just need to plug this one in. Bear with me. I should be charging now. So basically, I think the cop went behind the gate where the dog is. I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit. That's the gate, and you can see there's 2 police officers right there. They went in behind the gate. Yeah, they're inside. They're taking the license plate down. You can't leave the dog here, first of all. It's just everybody sit back. And let's, oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, no problem.
Is it working?
Is it charging?
I don't know. Hope so. This is Broward County Sheriff of Oakland Park. So this is Oakland Park.
Huh?
This is Oakland Park Police. Okay, this is Oakland Park. Fort Lauderdale's different, I think. I don't know how this even works, but this is Oakland Park, Broward County Sheriff. This is BSO. Is it? I'm so confused right now.
I don't know.
There's a cop car behind me. Let me see. Oakland Park is the address, yes. It's BSO. It's BSO.
Did a cop just pull up behind Did he just pull in?
I don't know if that car was there or if he just pulled in. The police officers are behind the gate. They opened the gate and they went in, which is what they're supposed to do. A lot of people we've dealt with, a lot of officers that would happen to arrive would say, well, he's not home. We can't just go on people's property. As you can see, things are changing.
There's no one in the car.
Okay, so it's yeah. So it's BSO. Well, they went in behind the gate. I understand, but most cops, they're doing their job.
So it's like, what is your temperature gauge today?
93 degrees.
I can't even stand it in the air conditioning.
I'm dying in my car and I have the AC blowing on me. Carol, yeah. We're just waiting. It's a little while ago, right before we came. So they said that the dog is out here 24/7.
Okay.
It lives outside, which is illegal in a crate like that. First of all, the temperatures are unbearable by law and statute. But they said the dog is out there and it's crying all day and night, and it's in a cage, and they can't take it anymore.
How long has it been?
I just got the call today, but they said this has been going on for a long time.
A long time.
I don't know what a long time means.
And what are you referencing when you say statute? What statute are you referencing?
828. We have it. You can ask.
Let me get that.
Get the statute. Can you ask Carol?
Ask her to gather that
Can you
for me.
get the statute from Carol, please? It's in her car. There you go. See that? We're going to show them. I love it!
Oh my God.
Guys, big shout out to BSO because he just said I care more about dogs, okay? I love it. Hold on, I'm going to get out of the car. I don't want to lose my battery, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hold on.
It's too hot to be out here with no water.
Does he have water?
He does now.
He does now.
Yeah, but you can't leave him here. We can't leave the dog here.
Is there a reason for filming everything? we're doing?
Yes,
It's all
I
on camera anyway.
that's okay. I film everything. That's what we do.
That's what makes you feel better.
Yes, I have 257,000 people that follow.
The statute,
Section 4A. No, that's not a
4A.
statute. It's 4.6.
Yes.
4-6. That sounds like an ordinance from where?
This is Broward County.
That's Broward County law.
So what is it? 4-6 what? Yeah, you just had it.
Yeah, no, I have it, but it's
No, I'll go back and look at it. I just want to pull it up.
4-6.
What's that? Will you referenced 4.6, and then you had 4 go back to
I'm looking at the ordinance right now, that a dog cannot be left outside over 85-degree temperatures without proper ventilation, and that an officer of the law has the duty, it's their right to remove an animal if it's in any kind of distress, which this animal is clearly in distress in these temperatures outside. So let's see what happens. Find it, Carol? All right, guys, I'm going to shut down. I'm going to come back because I need to go get my statue. Got it? It's in my, I have it all saved in my Gmail, but I don't want, I'm going to have to shut down the video. Nobody else has it. Get the freaking dog out of here. Got a little attitude already, so. Gave it water? That's unacceptable. You can't give a dog water. What are you going to do? Do you have it, Carol?
Okay, so this is.
No, that's not it. Hold on, guys, please. They got it. Just hold tight. Zoe, you got it? Does he have it?
Yeah, Stacy sent me too. So.
I have it saved in the
has it?
Gmail, but I can't do this while I'm on the phone. Everybody has it. It's on.
You know, we're gonna have to just print it out and have it.
It's.
everyone's
I
car.
had it. Ugh, I'm so aggravated.
Here, when an outdoor temperature falls.
What is it? 828 what?
828. 57. What? 95.
No,
which-
the statue.
Oh, it was.
I sent it to myself in the Gmail and I couldn't pull it up. Thank you.
Do you remember what you saved it under?
I sent it under.
He has it.
Oh, he got
has
it. He
has
got
the
it.
temperature window. Yep.
Everybody in this group is mandatory to print this out and have it in the car from now on, in plastic, in their glove box, so that.
Right on the website.
I don't care. It's too much work when you're
It's
when you're in the.
485.
You know what I mean? You saw it yourself. What
under the-
happened?
it's under the
problem is I
tattooing of
had
dogs.
the
It's all combined.
paragraphs screenshotted.
Thank you,
without
Stacey.
I understand. Let me ask you a question. What did he say?
He said, he goes, oh, let me look into this, and he was going to the car. He says, I want you to be understand that this isn't a statute, it's an ordinance.
Correct. An ordinance is an ordinance.
Yeah. And then he asked me what it was from, and I said it was from the county.
So then they need to, if they can't do anything or won't do anything, which they can, then they have to call animal control immediately.
You can't leave the dog like this. There's also inside the paragraph there too. Can't be inside of a crate like that.
Correct. No crated.
Yeah.
85 degrees with no air conditioning
I put my
ventilation.
hand on
This
your
is all
I'm
part of
sitting in the
485.
car and I'm dying, and I got the AC on.
It's all part of the same ordinance.
What is it?
The temperature 485.
485, and it's 85 degrees, right?
Yes.
Anything over 85 degrees, it's
Can we
93.
find out- Can you find out the number of the one where they can't be in a crate?
They can't
It
be
has to
crated.
a certain amount of square footage, proper ventilation. And all that.
This is tether. I'm looking to see if it's included in this.
We are at 4171 Northwest 11th Ave in Fort Lauderdale. You want to jump in my car?
Go
These.
back to work.
All right, go ahead. 4171 Northwest
I'm right around
11th
the
Ave
corner.
in Fort Lauderdale, with a dog locked in the back of the house in a crate, small crate, not even big enough for the dog. Didn't have water, did it? They gave it water?
Yes.
They
Yes,
gave it
that's-
water.
They provided air conditioning.
They didn't even, the dog did not even have water.
Sufficient space.
I'm dying here.
Sufficient space for the cat dog
Torment.
to stand up, sit down, lie down, turn around
It's
without touching the top or sides.
yeah, and the dog can't stand up and roll around or turn around, and it's a 93 degrees.
The index is heat index is supposed to be 108 degrees.
That's what it is, 107 right now.
Right, and the dog is inside the crate, outside with no water.
Dog is panting like crazy. I had it on video.
Anybody call animal control?
No, I'm not calling it over, I let
They
them.
don't really do it.
They don't do
We'll
anything.
see if they help if
Let's see if the police call, because they don't answer us.
And you see what they did with McCarthy. So.
Yeah.
under 4.6. Okay, thank you. Officer, did you find well, yeah, 4.6.
Why don't you sit in my car at least and cool off? I don't know how much you're gonna cool off, but
It's 4.5 too.
huh?
460 should be unlawful for any person keeping a dog or pet to provide shelter, seasonal outdoor shelter for dogs and cats must be of sound construction, provide adequate protection from rain, wind, sun, and elements at all times. When outdoor temperature falls beyond 45 degrees
Or over 85.
or 85, they must be removed. Lived indoors or provided adequate heating or air to maintain their temperature. Yeah.
It shall be unlawful to deliberately and willingly leave unattended any animal for a period of over 12 hours.
And the dog's living outside 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
He is one. And that's about the end of this area.
Tiff, close your door or just step out. I'm trying to get some AC in here, and your window's down too. What's what?
So basically, they don't feel the animal's in distress. They gave him water, and they're going to call their special victims unit, and they're going to come out, and then they're going to call animal control.
When is that?
I don't know. They're doing. They called them now. Their boss now, but they don't.
They
you
don't
know,
feel it's in distress?
No, they gave him water. They don't feel like it's in distress.
Really?
Yeah. So they called their boss, the special victims unit, and they're gonna come out and investigate, and they're gonna call animal control.
So
But they wouldn't remove. No.
they won't remove the dog, which
No.
they're supposed to.
No, they won't remove the dog.
Okay, well, they're supposed to.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to call it now. Who's the reporting person? Are you?
Uh-huh.
Can I get your ID, please?
Can you get my in my white purse, my little Elevate Louis Vuitton little pouch?
That dog didn't even have water.
Yeah,
Can you
I can't believe that dog should be removed immediately. Can you open that and get my license,
in
please?
this weather without water? Holy shit. I can't even stand
It's wrong.
there. Yeah.
Doing what we can.
Yeah, and you're sweating like crazy.
I
It's hot
know.
in there.
It's hot, right? You're sweating like a pig.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Did you call animal control yet?
My boss is.
He did? So we're waiting on animal control right now. Is that correct? Carol, can you confirm with the officer that he called animal control and we're waiting?
You guys called animal control? Right now we're contacting their sergeant. Oh, okay, they're contacting their sergeant.
So right now so they didn't call animal control yet. I want to be clear.
Contacting their sergeant right now.
My battery's dying. I don't know why it's not charging.
They said they also said they don't know really what the temperature is in the shade. It might not be past 85 degrees.
Bullshit. Are you kidding me right now?
We don't really know the temperature in the shade. So we don't know. It may be. Do you have a thermometer?
In my life. No, but I would love to go get one maybe and put it outside for everybody.
Phone number for you?
561-860-3783.
Thank you so much.
Good?
I don't know why my phone is not. This is bullshit. I know. I'm sweating. I'm dripping like under my clothes.
Yeah, he said he can't tell what the temperature is. He said go get a thermometer.
Look at this place. See, guys, this way you don't get excited. Oh, they opened a gate. Oh, they put water in the crate. Let's see what happens.
Thankfully they at least put water in there because I can't imagine with the suffering
When they came out,
that dog is.
Fort Lauderdale.
That's a whole lot of suffering.
Yep.
Can you imagine for 1 minute being locked in a crate in this way
No.
with not even anything to drink?
Nope.
No. I think I'm charging now. See what we're dealing with, guys? I'm trying to read the comments here for a minute. I'm just gonna.
Heat index 104 to 107.
104 to 107 is the heat index right now.
I told him that, but he said, but you don't know what it is in the shade.
I don't give a shit.
No,
Okay,
I-
it's definitely over 85.
I'm telling you what he said.
It's
I said-
bullshit. It's
and
a
I
cop
said,
out.
Well, he said get a thermometer.
Yeah.
That was-
Who said that? The older cop?
BSO captain here, Jennifer.
Huh?
She just.
Maybe we should go invest in a thermometer.
It looks like we're gonna have to.
Who said that?
Let me see.
Jen, not Ellie.
Sheehan.
Sheehan, thank you. I have her, I was Jennifer Ellie. Yeah.
It's 91 degrees. It feels like 106 for the temperature. That is your weather report. I guess the weather lies too. So can you put this back in there for me, honey? Thank you. Oh, is that the owner?
Yes.
Oh, maybe. Ask them if that's the owner. Yep, the owner's home.
Great.
Animal keep their dogs outside in a crate with water.
Nice. Why doesn't she lock herself in a crate with no water and sit outside for hours on end? Maybe she'll like it.
She just said there's 2 dogs that ran free. They found the dogs. They brought it back to the owner. And the owner beat the shit out of the dog.
Where?
That's what I said. And I said, did you get video? Did you know?
Any address?
No,
Oh, okay, well, stories like that are all day long until we have proof and address.
that's correct.
Yeah, I have to tell you, it's yes, to me, it's, they're not educated. I mean, listen, if they do the right thing, guys, that's one thing, okay? But you're talking about the police department, and we're giving them the ordinance of the law for basically how animals are supposed to be treated and kept in their city. Do you find anything kind of odd about that? Anybody?
Well, yeah. Which is
Isn't
what we
that a
were talking
problem?
about. The police departments.
I mean, I'm not trying to be, a bitch here. I'm trying to be, I'm being real. I'm really being real. Tiffany, you know what I'm saying? Like, for us to have to say, for them to say to us, we need to go to thermometer, there's a law and an ordinance in place for a reason. To protect these dogs so that people can't get away with treating their animals inhumanely. And this is exactly what is happening. This dog that we're at 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale, we have 4 BSO officers here, and we have all of you watching. Right now there's 654 people watching. We have myself and Zoe and Tiffany and Carol here. The dog did not have water. The officer gave the dog water. So can you pull up the ordinance again, Tiff? And I'm going to read it for everybody that maybe they don't know what the ordinance is. Again, law is law, people. Oh, look at her, hoochie mama, with her little white shirt and her tits hanging out. Piece of shit. I can't. I'm sorry. Tell them, Carol, they need to look at the vaccine records too, make sure they're updated on vaccines and the dog is registered with rabies tag. Something else to look into. Not to mention the dog is sitting in death in a cage with no water. There she is. Ask how many bottles of water she had today.
Section 4.6.
Okay.
Code, and you scroll down to D. Is where it starts.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to read to you while I'm zooming in at 4171 Northwest 11th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, it is. No, I know, I wanted to. It's section 4-6, the care of dogs and cats, manner of keeping. Okay, this is the ordinance here in Florida. It says the statutes are right here. These are statutes. So we're going to go down to D.
Ordinances.
Yeah, ordinances.
Corrected me.
Hold on a
Ordinance.
second. It shall be unlawful for any person keeping a dog or a cat to fail to provide shelter for that animal. Outdoor shelter for dogs and cats must be of sound construction and provide adequate protection from rain, wind, sun, and all elements at all times. The following elements shall be provided as essential components of shelter. When the outdoor temperatures fall below 45 degrees Fahrenheit, all cats and those dogs that cannot tolerate such temperatures without stress or undue discomfort, sick, aged, and heat, by being moved indoors or provided adequate heating to maintain the air temperature above 45. When the outdoor temperature rises above 85 degrees, which we are 93 degrees more, what? 90, well, 93. Dogs and cats.
+195
Hold on.
480
Degrees Fahrenheit. All dogs and cats must be provided air conditioning, a fan, or another cooling source to maintain the temperature in the shelter at or below 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Clean and dry bedding, sufficient space for the dog or cat to be comfortably stand up, sit down, lie down, and turn around in the shelter without touching the top of the sides of the shelter, which we know that's not true. None of this is true. If the shelter is used for more than one dog or cat at the same time, it must be provided enough space. All areas where dogs are kept.
There's also something in there that you can't leave them for more than 12 hours.
Maintain outdoors for all or part of the day. 20 pounds or less, that is maintained outdoors for all parts of the day in a fenced yard or type of enclosure, shall be provided a minimum of 100 square feet. Any dog weighing over 20 pounds, maintained outdoors for all part of the day in a fenced yard or other type of enclosure shall be provided a minimum of 200 square feet open space, large enough to provide each dog sufficient shelter. No confined shall be kept not maintained outdoors during periods of extreme weathers. Proper daily exercise, proper water. Basically, everything that she's doing to her dog, and there's even more ordinances, is against the ordinance. What's happening, Carol?
I heard him, talking. The dog has water, so it can't take the water over. I guess she must be saying it had water.
No, it didn't.
I don't know. I'm assuming.
The dog can't be in the cage, period.
I'm screaming across the way. It can't be in the cage outside.
I agree with you, Lauren. It's a damn shame we have to tell people what's adequate and what they should be doing to take care of their animals. It's disgusting. I don't even want a fine at this time. I want the dog removed or the dog to be forced to be taken inside and it to be followed up on and monitored because we have people watching all over the neighborhood.
You can't just say to somebody, oh, okay,
Text
you gotta make
message
sure
from
the dog has water, don't do this and walk away. You can't do that and think that they're gonna do it and not have wellness checks, not,
They have the laws in their hand. We gave it to them. What is she doing?
What are these ordinances if they're not gonna...
Babe, did you mention the vaccines and all that, or no?
Come back and find out what was said to her and what was actually checked. And if the proper things were not checked, then they're gonna have to check them. They haven't come back over here. Deranged out of your mind to think that this is acceptable.
I know.
Perfectly go about your day and your business and eat and drink and be in air conditioned and go along your way and know that there's an animal suffering on the side of your house in 107-degree index and no water. If you need an alarm, go buy a ring bell or some shit. Go get ABT.
Well, yeah, they use it for protection.
Go
Is it?
get ABT.
is
Well,
this-
that's what most of them say. They keep them in there so that that's their protection. I guess that's their cheap alarm system.
Ask her if she wants to give up her dog. Somebody that's going to take care of it.
Would you like to surrender your dog?
She's not gonna see anything wrong with it.
If you would like to surrender your dog, we will take your dog.
She's not looking and she's not listening. She's ignoring.
We're a rescue. If you want help, we can help you.
She gave her phone to police officers so she knows that it's not her dog.
We would like to help you. If you need help, we're here.
Carol screamed. I love her.
Bless her. She is a voice, that is for sure.
I know. She's ignoring.
New text message from
What they need to understand is that we're not We're just trying to
130545575.
let them know the right way to take care
I
of
don't know
them.
who's texting.
So hot out here.
Come in my car, babe. Why are you sitting outside? Ugh. know. What's with her and her phone in her car? What's the matter? Hold on. What are they doing? Ask one of the officers what? Because nobody's saying anything. Can you hear me? She's not deaf, Janet. It's called selective hearing. Ugh.
She can hear. She's
You
not
can hear me,
listening.
right? She turned her air conditioning on? We asked her to surrender. She's not answering us. She's not.
She's ignoring us.
We're here to help. If you want, if we're here to help you, if you'd like to surrender your dog, we're here to help you. She's not answering.
Babe, I want you to get in the car right now until something happens. In and out, you can jump, but you can't stand in the sun, in the heat. Do you have water? I wish I had a water. Freaking old coffee. Blood all over my pants.
Want some tea?
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
It's still cold. There's no ice, but it's still cold.
This is kind of cold, but it's not cold. I can't imagine what this dog feels like. She said, we're being told to have one of the officers ask her, do you want to surrender your dog? Coming, ask the officer to ask her if she wants to surrender her dog to a rescue that will take care of it. See what she says. The officers are dripping sweat. All of them.
Now, we have no way of knowing any of this, right? We get here, in fact, the dog was in the kennel and with no water. 100%. This is the owner's sister. She admitted to me that today she put the dog in the kennel 2 hours ago because they got some wicker furniture delivered in the back and she was afraid the puppy.
New text message from +19548013138.
That's a lie.
The neighbors
I
say
talked to, you guys need to listen for a minute. Let me
I'm
talk.
listening.
I talked to the owner, her brother, on the phone, who says the dog is normally not in the kennel, where he runs loose, and that's where we're at.
Does the dog have vaccines? And is it registered with the county?
That's going to have to be animal control.
Oh, so we got to call them out then.
No, we are going to notify animal control. If you want to call them, you can do that.
So is the dog out of the kennel right now?
We just put it back in the kennel so we can get out of there without getting him loose.
So you're just going to trust the fact that she's going to let the dog out of the crate?
I have no option other than that.
Does the dog live outside, is what you're saying?
Apparently it lives in the yard.
Lives
It
outside.
looks like it.
So
There's lots of
basically
holes.
where we're at is you're trusting the fact that we're going to leave here and they'll let the dog out of the crate. And that's just an
Oh, I'll
isolated.
make sure it's out
So
of the
that's-
crate when we leave, but I can't guarantee that it's going to stay out.
So basically this
problem.
is just an isolated incident. And it was just that one incident because they had furniture delivered.
That's
and
what they're
as
telling
far as being registered with the county properly, you guys are going to contact animal control. Is that where
We're
we
going
are?
to write a report. We're going to send it to animal control, and we're also going to send it to our special victims.
Call animal control now.
All animals.
Everybody needs to call animal control now.
Right.
Okay. So we'll wait and we'll make sure that the dog is out of the crate. 'Cause
That's-
there's a lot of people watching. They can see it. You know?
I get it. I just got off the phone with my boss, and this is what he's telling me because that's what they're telling us. And
Well, I'm
unless I
not
have
going to leave here trusting the fact that she's going to let
Well,
the dog
all I
out
can
of
tell
the
you is
crate.
this: the dog looks very healthy. It's not underfed.
I would look healthy too inside of a crate without water, but I wouldn't last very long. But thankfully, you brought the dog water.
Right.
It doesn't mean anything that it looks healthy right now. It's still inhumane, and it's going against the ordinances. The ordinance is that the dog needs water, which you provided.
Correct.
And then the second thing is it's not allowed to be in a cage, and it's not allowed to be there, especially over 85 degrees.
There's no cooling system. It
So
states
just
in the
because
law
it
in the
appears that
ordinance.
The dog is not looking like it's suffering. It's suffering, and it's breaking the ordinances. That's all I'm asking. I don't want to leave here saying, "Oh well, it was an isolated situation, and she's going to let the dog out of the crate."
I understand what you're saying, but until I can prove otherwise, which I can't at this particular time, I'm going to write the report and send it to the people who investigate these things.
We have access to the neighbor's yard.
Yeah, in the backyard.
Okay. We're going to have to go in the back.
Oh, there's the
Is
dog.
that the puppy right there?
Oh, yep.
It's a puppy. Are you kidding me? They leave it living outside in these. It's illegal to leave dogs living outside in these temperatures with no coolant. Where's the dog getting temperature coolant under 85 degrees when it's 90s? What kind of coolant does the dog have?
Shade.
Where?
Shade counts.
Where though?
Shade is where it was. It was in the shade the whole
Well,
time.
no, it was
Underneath
in the
the
shade
portico.
without water. inside
I'm
the crate.
not dying denying the fact.
The only thing we have is the lack of water.
They let her in. They let the
Don't
dog.
think for a second
They
that
don't
I
have to let-
agree with what happened.
No, I know. I'm just telling everybody. Of course I know that. I know
Well,
that.
no,
I
well,
know that it's
ask
legal.
what did
I
you
know-
expect us to do?
What did I expect you to do?
Yeah, I'm just curious. What did you expect
Okay,
us
well,
to do?
first of all, I expect her to be fined for leaving her dog outside her crate with 85 degrees.
And that can still happen. That
Right,
can
and
still
I
happen.
expect her to have her
It's
dog.
not her dog.
I understand that. So the owner. Let me
Okay.
rephrase that. The owner. So I know that I'm feeling like you're
We're not
like upset
dismissing.
with me,
No,
and
we're
I'm
not.
listen. I'm just an
Look,
animal lover,
I can
and I'm an
tell you-
advocate, and I don't like anything
I'm
suffering.
the same thing.
What
And
is she-
I don't
there's
want
no
you to think
leash.
that we're dismissing it, or
Right.
that
Right.
we're being.
Do you agree with me that there are ordinances that the dog can't sit in a crate in 85
What is she
degrees
doing?
weather with no water? Are we in agreement with that?
Yes, in excess of 85 degrees.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, it's-
Without shade or without.
And not inside of a crate. It can't be in that kind of a structure.
If it's outside,
Not inside
it
of a
has
crate.
to be. It has to be. The ordinance is pretty clear.
Right, it has to be a certain amount of square footage, and it
can't
has to be
believe
soundly constructed, and there's got to be a cooling system. Okay?
And a cooling system is shade.
That's correct,
As long as
but
it's-
not inside of a crate.
Yeah, not inside of the crate, but we don't know how long it's there. You can use the crate for.
It doesn't matter if it's 3 minutes.
They can only go by
What I
what
would
they
recommend,
can physically see with their eyes.
like you said, we're preparing the report.
Okay. All right,
You
we'll
have
take your case
can
number.
yeah.
Case number, and
Can you call animal control?
What's that?
Can you call animal control?
Well, you can call animal. Anybody can call, but we're going to do whatever's necessary in our report, including
how
contacting
does
the
animal
appropriate
control
official.
get contact?
But animal control won't cite. We have like who's the special victims and it's determined that a violation of the ordinance was made, then
They
they
won't
can
come
make a
out here
decision.
and- well, they
They can only go by
They may
witness.
or may not.
That's the problem. And if they tell them a story, then it's not until somebody says the dog's out again, the dog's in the crate, and it has to happen.
That was a
bunch of
puppy,
times
a
before
little
they get ordered.
puppy.
Yeah,
A little
that's
puppy.
the problem.
Makes it even worse. She left her dog on the side
So
of
if
the road.
if someone keeps calling, saying the dog's out again, the dog's in the crate, the dog's in the crate, and they keep coming out and seeing the same thing, sadly, that's what has to happen.
So you're judging.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Did they get proof of vaccines and everything?
You know what he just said?
What?
He goes, we've been here for 45 minutes, and she's been here for 15 minutes, and I'm like, so you're judging from the time that you arrived? So, he's treating me like,
They're idiots. They're
Here's
idiots.
the case number,
Yeah, they're
folks.
idiots.
There's
They
your
did
case
nothing.
number.
Very, very,
Yeah,
very
what would you
embarrassing
like?
for BSO. Very embarrassing.
Yeah, they treat you, again, failure, epic
Yeah,
failure.
failure by BSO. Big time failure. They didn't call animal control. They didn't cite. They didn't ask for any proof of vaccines or tags or anything. They gave the dog water. They clearly stated the dog had no frickin' water. Right then and there, they could have cited the owners for that. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So disgusted. So disgusted. You guys see what we're dealing with?
And it's going to take people, someone, the neighbor calling or whoever it was that called.
Neighbors are terrified to call as well.
Maybe if they come out and see it 3 and 4 and 5 days in a row or weeks in a row, they'll realize this is not a one-time
Would she
incident.
put the dog in the yard and let it run around in the 93
Yeah.
degree temperature? How nice of
Lives
her.
outside. Why
Lives
have a dog
outside.
if it's going to live outside?
Right. The dog lives outside. She probably adopted it from the Broward shelter or something, or who knows. Palm Beach, one of the shelters. They don't want to be bothered exactly. They don't. Carol left. Tiffany left. BSO is an embarrassment. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. They did not do their job. They didn't. They did not do their job. I'm gonna write a report. Kidding me? Should we go around the back and see what's going on with the dog now?
Well, did she go inside with it? What did
No,
she do?
I
She
think the
went-
dog is outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she probably is letting it run. in
She's
the
kind of
yard.
afraid of the dog. When the dog was coming up to her in the car, she was kind of like
Yeah.
afraid to touch the
Not
dog
a dog
too.
person.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, not at all. Not at all. No, you guys did not do your job here. Sorry, officer.
Well, take it up with my sergeant then.
You're the
know what
officer.
I-
You're the officer on call that showed up for the call. It's a shame. Shame on you, officer. Shame on BSO. Take it up with my sergeant. What did he say? Take it up with my sergeant or what?
Yep. Yeah, because he did what his sergeant told him to do.
Who's this sergeant? Who's the sergeant of BSO?
No idea.
I'll be looking into that.
No idea.
Total bullshit. Shame on them.
Big difference from this.
Oh my
and,
God.
with McCarthy. We just took a class on this. We're
Right?
taking
Bam,
this.
bam, bam.
Yeah. It wasn't asking.
That was a
what
dog
is
that was
the-
inside a freaking house with air conditioning, just starving to
They
death.
didn't ask
This dog
what
is
the law.
outside in a crate with no water at 94 degrees.
They knew what the law was
Uh-huh.
and, for McCarthy. They didn't have to ask. And they acted on it.
Mm-hmm. Which house was it again? I forget.
It was,
It's this one.
Yeah.
Just go see if the dog is, we can see if the dog is running around.
Right.
Not that it even's gonna matter at this point.
Here, give me your keys.
Can you believe he had the nerve to give me a thumbs up? He's an idiot. What is that? It's like weird looking. My eyes are playing a trick on me. Just want to see. It's in a tarp. If I can see the dog, if it's outside or what. Yeah, it's free now. Oh, they wet down the pavement.
Yeah. He's out for now until we leave. And then back in.
Panting like crazy, the poor thing. What a horrible existence for this dog. What a horrible, horrible life. A little puppy. Little baby innocent puppy that has to be forced to live outside like this. Look at him panting away. Or her. It's a boy. A bag of charcoal left right there so the dog can get into it. You see that, Zoe? A bag of charcoal right on the ground so the dog can get into it.
Oh, Lord knows what all that other junk is that's in the backyard. Stuff everywhere.
Look at her. Oh, go inside the air conditioning. There you have it. That's what we got right now. So now we have neighbors, and we're going to keep eyes on and follow up. Reach out to the BSO sergeant, I guess, and ask why his officers are not following the ordinances, and to see what's being done about any citation for breaking ordinances for the law, and no water and small crate outside in these temperatures, to make sure is the dog even vaccinated.
We're outside for 2 minutes and we're dying.
I'm dying.
I can't even imagine
Dying.
how he feels.
Can't.
Thank you. Have a good day, honey. All right.
Nice girls. Thank God we could get access to that.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I can do for now. We have to follow up. That's it. We're heading back to the rescue house to take care of our rescues. This is Amy and Zoe. Thank you, Tiffany and Carol, for coming out.
This is why we get
And
so
this is
frustrated.
why we get so frustrated and angry and disgusted in humanity, because we're not even getting assistance. You saw it for yourself. You watched it all with the police officers, the BSO, and he actually walked out with a thumb up to me, like he really thought he did something good. I think he thought he did something good, and I went, no. I just kept saying no.
Bandit, he gave him water, which
Big
was a
deal.
Band-Aid.
Like,
that
that
does not
was-
fix the problem.
Right. So embarrassment. I told him, no, you failed, officer, and he just kind of shook his head, like he was kind of shocked that I said that. At Animal Control, guys, we've had no assistance whatsoever from Broward Animal Control at all. And I know that they were not picking up dogs of any sort, cruelty cases at all. So I guess we're going to have to start bombarding Animal Control along with the police to make sure things are done, or to try to get things done.
Well,
But-
Animal Control's allowing everybody to do whatever they want because
Correct.
there's no repercussion.
Correct.
They can do what they want.
There's nobody enforcing any of these ordinances. I feel a little bit better right now, maybe like the size of a pinprick, that the dog had water and the dog is not in that cage, and I saw the dog go in the house. I do have neighbors that are watching, and that I will be in contact with them around the clock to make sure, and as soon as I see anything or hear anything, I will be calling and calling. We'll keep showing up.
If they
That's-
keep coming out, they'll realize it's not a one-time incident.
So, yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we're going to sign off. It's 4 o'clock. This is Amy and Zoe driving back 100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida.